Minecraft is a very relaxing game, some of the time. Usually it's fun and exciting, other times it can get frustrating and challenging. It can be a lot of things, that's part of the beauty of this sandbox game. Infinite possibilities lead to a mix of feelings, some bad, most of them good, and one that is my personal favourite, relaxing. Today I'm going to share with you some of my favourite things to do in Minecraft when you feel like slowing things down and taking it easy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Also, please feel free to share your favourite relaxing activities in Minecraft down in the comments below. Thank you. First up, we have resource gathering. Now this is something you probably already do quite a lot in Minecraft if you play in survival or hardcore mode. It's kind of important. You need materials to make things, whether it's a farm, a house, or something for a project that you're working on. Either way, you need to go and gather the blocks beforehand. This may seem like a bit of a chore and a grind, and whilst that's partially true, I think there are some exceptions. For instance, I love tree chopping. The sound of my axe splitting through the wood is oh so satisfying. I tend to crank my sound all the way up when doing this because it's just a really nice noise to listen to. This is especially relaxing when cutting down 2x2 spruce trees. There's a rhythm you can get into and kind of just zone out. They've always been my personal preference if I need to just go and get any type of wood. Another lot of blocks that are relaxing to gather are any that can be insta-mined. For example, sand. Who doesn't love going to the desert and desolating the landscape? Also, if you slice bamboo with a sword, you can take down a bunch super quick and it is super satisfying and relaxing. Once again, the sounds play a big part here. Another instantly mineable block is stone. That is when you have a beacon set up, which nicely segues me into the next thing, and that is clearing a huge area underground with efficiency 5 and haste 2. If you need to build underground for some reason and the area you have either isn't big enough or doesn't exist just yet, chances are you will probably build yourself a beacon with haste 2, grab yourself an efficiency 5 pickaxe and get to digging. It's not often I do this sort of thing because usually I'm above ground building, but if I do need a large area cleared, it's always something I find very relaxing. The methodical routine of breaking one row of stone, then moving on to the next, all whilst your pickaxe cleanly swings through multiple blocks at a time with ease, there's just something about it. Similar to this, we have speed mining. It's the same deal of efficiency 5, haste 2 and digging stone, but this time you're digging with the intent of finding resources like diamonds, redstone and gold. I really love caving in Minecraft, but it's definitely not relaxing. There's far too many mobs for it to be a calming experience. Speed mining on the other hand, very relaxing. Usually it's done in one big room that you can keep lit up so you don't have to worry about anything other than the odd lava pockets or cave that you might bump into. It's all the reasons why hollowing out a large area underground is relaxing, but with the added bonus of some nice shinies at the end of it. Unfortunately, with 1.18 and its new ore distribution, it's not quite as good as it used to be because sadly you cannot instant mine deep slate. However, I still have a nice time, even if I can't get much more than copper, iron and coal. This next one is a personal favourite of mine, and that is when you finish a build or a project, just have a walk around and take it all in. Whether you step far back and view everything you've made as a whole, or get up real close and look at all of the details you've added, or why not both? I mention my custom village a lot here on my channel, and that's because I am very proud of it. Currently, it's my favourite thing I've ever made in this game, and walking around this place was something I adored. Sometimes nowadays, I'll just go back into the world and have a stroll around for fun. It makes me feel super immersed and as though I'm actually walking around this village, and the best part of it is, I have hand placed down every single block that I'm walking past. In my opinion, there is nothing more rewarding in this game than finishing a large building project. So why not just take some time and take it all in? The elytra is one of the best things in this game. To be honest, I don't know what I would do without it nowadays. It's really helpful for getting around of course, but have you ever just flew without a specific destination in mind? Soaring through the skies, looking around at your beautiful world is so relaxing. You don't need to go fast, just gain some altitude and glide. However, Just make sure you have enough durability on your elytra before doing this, because having it break on you mid-flight, thousands of blocks away from your home, is not very relaxing. So you can see the world from above with your elytra, but sometimes it's nice to simplify, so why not ditch the wings and set off on foot for a classic Minecraft adventure. Grab a bed so you don't have to deal with the nighttime, and if you've got a pet, bring them along too, and see what your world has to offer. This is especially relaxing if you're in 1.18. The new generation we have is truly stunning, and you can find some absolutely beautiful pieces of scenery if you have a wander around. Possibly make note of the coordinates if you find any that you possibly want to build in. Not only can you see some lovely terrain, but you can also stumble across some generated structures such as villages, temples, shipwrecks, and many more. There's something very nostalgic about walking along and seeing a villager house come into render distance. It's a very nice feeling even if you're at the point in the game where they provide no real importance. So we've covered walking and flying. However, there are many more modes of transportation. Riding a horse is always a very relaxing thing to do. It's like walking, but a little bit faster and with some company. If you don't have a horse, then you can always set off in a boat and sail across the ocean, or you can ride a minecart, on land or in the water now actually. The trouble with these is that you need some track for the cart to follow. This is why I'm suggesting you build your own minecart track, almost as though it's a roller coaster, but a really slow and relaxing one. Whether you make this around a build you've done or even just through a nice bit of terrain, it's going to make for a very enjoyable ride that you can take whenever you would like if you're just feeling as though you want a few minutes to relax. All you need to do is hop into the minecart, sit back and enjoy the ride. The track doesn't even have to be that fancy if you don't want it to be. An aspect of Minecraft that I feel gets a bad rap is fishing. Usually if you want to go fishing in this game, it's on one of those AFK fish farms, which are great for getting free and cheap stuff, but not very relaxing. So even if you don't manage to catch yourself a mending book, it can still be nice to perch yourself somewhere and go fishing. You can even build a nice little fishing shack and use it in the same way as the minecart rail we just mentioned. Whenever you feel like taking a few minutes to calm down, grab your fishing rod, head out to the deck and cast your reel into the lake. Besides, if you did catch something cool, it's gonna feel a lot better doing it manually this way than checking in a chest after 5 hours of AFKing. I would consider myself a builder. That's the main thing I do in this game, and I find the process of building to be somewhat relaxing. However, the way I do it isn't exactly typical for most players. Because I make videos, pretty much every single build I do in my world is planned out a week before in a creative test world, which is great by the way. If you're looking to improve your building, that's my #1 tip, but that's not what this video is about. Something I pretty much never do is freehand a build. This is mainly a reminder for me more than anything else, but it may also apply to some of you that like to plan your builds in creative mode. The point I'm trying to make is building can be the most relaxing part of Minecraft. However, it's not going to be if you just copy screenshots. So from time to time, maybe just head off somewhere in your world with no resources in hand and start from scratch and see what you can make on the fly. Even if the final product isn't as good as the rest of your builds, it'll probably be a good experience regardless. There is one aspect of building that I almost never plan beforehand, and maybe not so coincidentally is also what I find to be really quite relaxing, and that is terraforming and landscaping. Now, there's a few parts of this I don't enjoy quite as much, such as building custom trees, but generally most of it is something I like doing. It tends to be a naturally slow process and heavy on the detail. You're gradually making subtle changes to an overall landscape, almost as though you're painting a picture. Now, I'm a rubbish painter in real life, so this is the first choice for me. So if you too are not much of a painter, it doesn't mean you can't be an artist. It's just Minecraft art you're making. So why not pick a small area next to your base and see if you can transform it? Think realistically about how the land would look. Take your time and enjoy the process. The next two things have been happening throughout this entire video. One of them is the use of shaders. Now, I know this is something not everyone can use. A fairly powerful PC is required to run them smoothly, but if you are lucky enough to have them, then putting them on and doing any of the things I've mentioned in this video is guaranteed to make the experience that much more relaxing. The shaders I use are BSL. You can find the link to them down in the description below. I do want to mention that if you use these shaders, there's a setting you can turn on called Aurora. So if you visit a cold biome, like a snowy tundra for example, at nighttime you can watch the Aurora Borealis light up the sky, and it is beautiful. Maybe you're not too big of a fan of shaders, and that's okay, because the other relaxing thing that has been taking place throughout this entire video is something I think everybody can enjoy, and that is the Minecraft music. I honestly don't think there is a more relaxing soundtrack than what C418 created all those years ago. It is timeless and will always give me a warm fuzzy feeling on the inside. All you've got to do is change your sound settings so the music is turned on, and occasionally whilst you play you will be hit with some of the most relaxing piano notes known to man. One final thing I would like to mention is it's okay to change your difficulty. If you just want to play Minecraft to relax but the creepers, skeletons and zombies are ruining that, switch to peaceful mode. You won't be pestered by them or have to worry about your builds being blown up. You can just sit back and enjoy the game for whatever you want it to be. There's no point if you're not having fun. So there we go everybody. Those are some of the most relaxing things to do in Minecraft in my opinion. I hope you've all enjoyed watching. Thank you ever so much for doing that, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.